Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving deep into Google's NotebookLM. We're going to unlock the secrets to creating truly pro-level content. So if you're ready to stop being a beginner and really become a power user, stick around. You are in exactly the right place. Okay, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You've spent hours gathering all your best research, you feed it into your AI, you hit that generate button, and the result is just meh. You know, it's fine, but it's not great. It's generic, kind of bland, and it's nowhere near the amazing insights you were hoping for. Well, here's the good news. It's not you. It's your strategy, and we're going to fix that. So how do we fix it? Well, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big one, the garbage in problem. Then I'll show you this amazing sourcing technique I call the triangulation method. After that, we'll get into directing the AI's voice, some really advanced chat techniques, and finally, we'll tie it all together with a workflow that I promise you is going to completely change the game. Okay, first things first, let's get into the absolute bedrock principle of working with any AI. You've probably heard this a million times, but it's the oldest rule in the book for a reason. Garbage in, garbage out. And believe me, with AI, this is like 10 times more true. You just can't dump a messy folder full of random files into NotebookLM and expect it to spit out gold. It's just not going to happen. The AI is only ever going to be as smart, as nuanced, and as insightful as the stuff you give it. So you got to shift your mindset from being a simple collector of information to being a thoughtful curator. And here's a pro tip that honestly might surprise you. A lot of people think, okay, I'll just upload one giant massive document with everything in it. That seems logical, right? Wrong. The opposite is actually true. NotebookLM works so much better when you give it multiple smaller focused sources. So think about uploading individual chapters of a book, not the whole book at once. This lets the AI really digest the information properly, and what you get out of it is way clearer, way more nuanced. It's a total game changer. And just as a quick technical note, remember the limits. You get up to 50 sources in a single notebook, and each one can be up to 500,000 words. That's a lot of room to play with. So working inside those limits and keeping your sources nice and tidy, that's what we call good source hygiene. Okay, so we've established that curation is key. Now, let's get into a really powerful strategy for how to do it right. It's called the triangulation method. And this is not just about uploading files, you guys. This is about strategically building a rich, complex knowledge graph for the AI to play in.
All right, this right here, this is the triangulation method, and it is awesome. Here's how it works. Step 1, you give it an anchor. This is your foundation, a dense, authoritative PDF or a research paper. This is where the hard facts live. Step 2, you add context. You can just drop in a YouTube URL of, say, a lecture or an interview on the same topic. NotebookLM will pull the transcript and suddenly it understands the conversational tone and the nuance. And then, step 3, the secret sauce, the counterpoint. You find a web article with a critique or an opposing view. What this does is it forces the AI to think. It has to synthesize, compare, and contrast all these different viewpoints, and the output you get is just so much richer and more insightful.
All right, so you've perfectly curated your sources using the triangulation method. Awesome. But what about the output? How do you actually control what the AI says and how it says it? Well, this is the part where you stop being just an operator and you become the director. Look, most people just hit that big, tempting generate button and take whatever comes out. But the real power, it's hiding in plain sight. It's that little customize button. Think of that as your personal control panel. This is where you go from just accepting suggestions to actually giving directions. And I'm telling you, the difference is like night and day. You can give it a specific focus prompt. You could say something like, focus only on the financial risks and explain them like I'm a 5-year-old. Or stage a debate about the ethical implications of this technology using sources 1 and 3. You can also target your audience. Tell it, assume the audience is a group of expert software engineers. The result you get will be wildly different than if you said, assume the audience is the general public. This is how you get truly custom, precision-tailored content. Okay, let's talk about the chat interface. If the customize button is where you become a director, the chat is where you really graduate to the next level. This is where you stop just asking for summaries and you start using NotebookLM as a genuine creative partner and a superpowered research assistant. Check out this first prompt. This is so powerful. Instead of asking what's in your documents, ask the AI what is missing. Ask it, what questions does this text fail to answer? I mean, come on. That is a brilliant way to do a gap analysis on your own research. It will instantly show you where the holes are and where you need to go digging for more information. Okay, all my content creators out there, listen up, because this one is for you. You can take a really dense, boring research paper and say, turn this into a 5-minute YouTube video script, and by the way, give me visual cues for B-roll. That right there is an absolute workflow game changer. Seriously. Struggling to explain a really complicated idea? Just ask the AI to come up with an analogy. You can literally say, explain the core concept of this document using an analogy about cooking. It's one of the absolute best ways to make super technical or abstract stuff easy for anyone to understand. It's just a fantastic tool for teaching and for communication in general.
Okay, it is time to put this all together. We're going to combine everything we've talked about into one single repeatable workflow that will get you the highest quality content every single time. It's called the Save to Note loop.
Now, this workflow is the real secret to getting those pro-level results. Here's the key. Instead of asking the AI for the entire final product in one go, you build it piece by piece. It's like building with Legos. You ask a really specific question in the chat, and when the AI gives you a great little answer, a perfect little nugget of information, you click that button to save to note. You just repeat that process, maybe 5-10 times. Once you have a collection of these awesome little notes, you just select them all and give one final prompt. Combine these notes into a final script. I'm telling you, the result is so much better than trying to do it all in one shot. It's not even close. So really, if you take one thing away from all of this, let it be this. It's all about a mindset shift. To really, truly master a tool like NotebookLM, you have to stop thinking of yourself as a passive button pusher. You're not. You are the director. You're the editor, the curator. You are the one in charge of finding the best material, telling the AI where to focus, and then assembling the final masterpiece. Because at the end of the day, it's really simple. Your AI is only as smart as the sources you give it and the questions you ask it. And now, you've got the strategies to master both. So the only question left is, what are you going to ask first?